Welcome. I'm Doris. I work at Tallinn University as a senior marketing specialist. Today, we're going to tell you about Tallinn University overall, about our study programs, admission requirements, and, of course, student life. But first of all, where is Tallinn University? We're located in Estonia. Estonia is a really small country in Europe. As you can see on the map, our neighboring countries are Latvia, Russia, and across the bay, Finland. As I said, we are a small country. The area is only a bit more than 45,000 square kilometers. The capital city is Tallinn, so we are located in the capital city. The population of Estonia is only 1.3 million people. The currency here we use is euro. The language is of course Estonian, but no worries. English is widely spoken as well Russian. We are the member of EU, Schengen area and NATO. And we are a e-society. We have, honestly, Wi-Fi access almost everywhere. We have here e-voting, e-residency, name it. But about Tallinn University. We are the largest University of Humanities and Social Sciences in Tallinn and the third biggest public university in Estonia. Tallinn University was established in 2005 and named as Tallinn University. But actually the history of the university dates back even to the beginning of the 20th century. But in 2005, different units that were in Tallinn were merged into one and named as Tallinn University. What's interesting about the university is that we have the longest traditions of teacher training, yet one of the most modern film and media schools that exist side by side. At the moment, we are located in TV studio, for example. Our university has unique, innovative and interdisciplinary programs. Interdisciplinary means across disciplines. Later on, you're going to hear about the study programs. We have a new campus in the city center. Everything is close by. The harbor is close by, airport, bus station, the old town that belongs to the UNESCO heritage is close by, and we even have a branch in Helsinki where we teach law. We have prominent scientists and lecturers. All our professors are really experts in their field. We rank in world top 250 in sociology studies. We believe in individual approach to students. By that I mean our courses are rather small, so the students always can approach the professor, discuss different matters with the professors, with the course mates. And here we have a creative and free environment. We have 5 broad focus fields at the university. So all the research, everything, all the teaching is done in those 5 broad focus fields, which are healthy and sustainable lifestyle, society and open governance, digital and media culture, educational innovation, and cultural competences. Of course, what's important, the university is student life as well. We have about 7,500 students studying with us, among whom around 900 are international students. About the student life, we have here different organizations. We have our own cafe, photo club, sports clubs, basketball, volleyball club, cultural club, international club that organizes events for international students, ESN for exchange students, even our own childcare. And you as a student, of course, can always take part of different events the organizations organize or be part of the clubs. Additionally to the degree programs, we offer short courses here. One option to participate in our short courses is International Summer School. The summer school will take place in July from 9th to 27th. There are about 25 different courses in various fields, language courses, creative courses, different workshops, etc. And a lot of the courses are connected to our degree programs as well. During the summer school, we have here around 300 participants. About 85% are from foreign countries. We also offer scholarships in our summer school. And last but not least, of course, what we offer is exciting cultural program. So the participants can visit museums in Tallinn, go to field trips outside of Tallinn to discover Estonia. If you're interested in the short courses, you can go to summerschool.tlu.ee and register to a course you like the most. Counterpart is International Winter School. The winter school will take place in January to 7 to 25, 2019. There are about 5 to 7 different courses, but of course, cultural program. You can read more at winterschool.tlu.ee. But how does the campus here look like? What I suggest you to do is to visit our virtual tour at virtualtour.tlu.ee. There you can go and look around and see what kind of cool rooms and facilities we have here. So now about the general admission requirements. Step 1. What's really important, you need to apply online at estonia.dreamapply.com. Then you need to submit the written part of the admission exam. You can see it from the program-specific requirements. Then you need to pay the application fee, which is 80 euros. Also, please check country-specific requirements at tlu.ee/country-specific. In case you're not able to submit your documents by the requested deadline, then please contact our admission specialist at admissions@tlu.ee and discuss with them what are the options. Step 2. You need to prove your English proficiency if you want to study here. You need to have English at least on B2 level. You can prove your English with well-known tests as IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge exam and so on, or you can do the Tallinn University English language exam as well. But please go to our website and read more about the English proficiency. There are as well some things you need to keep in mind according to country. Step 3. Wait for initial feedback from the admission specialist. If the documents are sufficient and you receive a positive feedback from the written part, you will be asked to do the admission interview via Skype, so no need to come to Estonia for that, of course. If everything is okay, you are asked to send by post your application cover from DreamApply and required educational documents. And then, if everything is okay, a successful candidate will be informed by the positive decision via online application system. But now, what's really important, the deadlines. For non-EU EEA applicants, except now the applicants from Turkey, Russia, Ukraine and Georgia, the deadline from submitting the application online is 1st of April, but sending your documents by post is 20th of April. So keep in mind those deadlines. Now applicants from Turkey, Russia, Ukraine and Georgia, the deadline for submitting application is 1st of June and sending your documents by post 20th of June. For EU EEA citizens, you have a bit more time. Submitting your application is 1st of July and sending documents by post 15th of July. And now, for Finnish and Latvian citizens who have obtained general secondary education in Finland or in Latvia for BA level programs, except now the audiovisual media program, the deadline for submitting application is 15th of August and sending your documents 24th of August. And when does the study start? For our international students, it's really important the last week of August, which is the orientation week. There you can get all the information about studying here, about our study systems and so on. And the studies start in the first week of September.
My name is Katri-Liis Reimann, and I'm going to introduce you our master's program in social entrepreneurship. This is a 2 years master's program, and we aim at enhancing your skills to create viable solutions to societal problems. And we also aim at enhancing your skills to make those solutions sustainable. And we use current business management techniques and approaches to maximize the social impact that your solutions could potentially have. And this is not a very traditional academic program because we apply project learning method in delivering our courses. And this means that projects are being created throughout the 2 years, and the students are encouraged to actually come up with their own idea and develop it throughout the whole program period. So they will acquire a large set of skills which would enable them to collaborate with their fellow students and also with tutors and academics and professionals in the field. So there is currently a trend in the world, and there is a growing interest towards social entrepreneurship in general, because it is recognized that today's societal problems can be addressed with social entrepreneurship, and also those social entrepreneurs can build more inclusive societies. And by using their innovative ideas and making them into products and services, we can actually improve today's societies and also overcome the environmental and social problems of the world, hopefully. So in order to think about whether you would like to come to study in our program, I would like to address that we are very closely connected with the practitioners society, and also you can benefit from Estonian very vibrant startup community, because you will have a possibility to participate in various development hubs, in hackathons. You can participate also in several pre-incubation and incubation opportunities. And furthermore, you can also benefit from our e-residency program, because then you would get access to Estonian e-services. And if you develop your own social enterprise or any service, then you could actually continue managing it from anywhere in the world. So that would allow you a lot of opportunities to work elsewhere and have much broader impact on society. So this is what we care very much for, that we also would like to think about in terms of our positive social impact and how we can measure it. So what could you become as social entrepreneur? Additionally, as a result of our program, you can start working for non-profit sector or for-profit sector, and you can start dealing with corporate social responsibility issues. And we also would like to encourage community managers to come to our program and also develop viable solutions for small-scale community problems. And you can also become an analyst or pursue your career in any university doing research. So we have divided this social entrepreneurship master's program into 3 modules. And the first of them deals with the social sciences, mostly because we also have a theoretical, strong academic background in social sciences. And this part deals with the concepts of social capital, social innovation, open innovation, and social impact. And we also have courses which improve your skills in methodologies and in doing research in practice. So the second module focuses more on business development and also on project management. And there you can also learn more about ICT and the importance of using various social media and other media channels in order to communicate your outcomes and maximize the impact. And definitely you can also benefit from the previously mentioned hackathons and incubation opportunities, and also develop e-services which will hopefully become viable in the future. And the third module focuses solely on developing your own product or service or company. When it comes to our academic stuff, then here are a few of my colleagues who teach in the School of Governance, Law and Society. So Zsolt himself is a practitioner as well as an academic. He deals mostly with vulnerable people and producing innovative solutions based on ICT for groups at risk. I personally also pursue my social enterprises, and I have several ideas in development with international partners, ranging from dealing with ex-offenders and providing them jobs up to reduction of food waste. And Mari-Liis is also an academic and a practitioner and has a wide experience in public and media and communication. And she's also very active in terms of civil society issues. So what would you need to know or do in order to come to our program? Well, first of all, you would need to have a bachelor degree completed, and we do hope that you are proficient in the English language because everything is being conducted in English, and we will also have several tutors and academics coming from our cooperation universities elsewhere from the world. And we would also appreciate if you have some knowledge in terms of social entrepreneurship, or if you have been active in your own communities. So this is slightly an advantage. So if you are an entrepreneur or someone who actually wishes to have really a large impact on society, or if you are currently socially active in your community and you want to make a difference in the world, so this program will be for you. And we are hoping that once you come to our program, you will actually not only acquire a master's degree from here, but you will finish this program with having your own sustainable solution in the form of a product or service or a social enterprise. So welcome to our program. And I would now like to give the floor to Professor Mart Susi, who will introduce you Human Rights Master's Program. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mart Susi, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you a very new and challenging law program in master's level, the Human Rights in the Digital Society. It is a 2-year program which is conducted at the premises of Tallinn University here in Estonia, and the studies will be in the English language. It is a new program which will open from the fall of 2018. And I would like to highlight some of the reasons why a law student who has obtained the first level law degree, not necessarily with the focus on human rights, why this program should be of interest. Prior to going to the slides which we have prepared, I would like to mention that the knowledge of human rights, the knowledge of human rights law, I think is a necessity to any lawyer working in today's world, domestically and internationally. Every lawyer needs to have information about human rights, and specifically the aspect of how law is changing in the digital era. What are some of the new challenges? What are some of the new possibilities which emerge into law because of the development of digital world are at the focus of this program. So, to become more precise, what the program will give to you. We do know that this program will provide to the students the ability to understand what are the challenges to the so-called universality of human rights. The question whether the way how we understand human rights in our country or in our region is the way how human rights should be understood by the rest of the world, or what are the reasons why it is acceptable that certain basic ideas of human rights are diverse. Secondly, the digitalization of today's world has posed complex issues to human rights. The question is whether human rights online and offline are the same. For example, if freedom of expression is protected in traditional media, should freedom of expression be protected in the same way in online media, or perhaps there are reasons to think that privacy should be more protected. The third important aspect which the program will give to you is to understand how in today's world, in the modern world, the protection of human rights really happens. What might be some of the new remedies which are available for the protection of human rights? And fourth, what the program in general will give to you, it will provide to you the ability to independently compose and analyze different legal problems, traditional problems and novel problems. We do provide to you the ability to understand how various human rights institutions in today's world work, how United Nations works, how different European institutions work, what are the NGOs that are involved in human rights protection. We also provide to you the understanding how best to serve potential clients, because with the digitalization of the globe, almost every business company has to contemplate what are its human rights obligations, whether the way how it is conducting its usual business now have to be changed because of the need to take into account various human rights of those who are involved in those business dealings. We also provide to you state-of-the-art understanding of issues which both private and public institutions are faced with in terms of human rights in today's world. It is customary to say that no longer the protection of human rights lies entirely within the hands of the government. Now, private sector, just to give an example, private companies like Google, Facebook, Twitter, they all have specific obligations to protect human rights. And we also will provide to you in this program the understanding what are the best remedies to suggest to your clients, or if you are working for the public sector, what are the best remedies a country should promote to protect human rights? Whether it is traditionally the courts, whether there are some new ways how to resolve various problems. The program has three main components. First of all, we will provide to you the knowledge of traditional human rights theories and practices. As you know, the concept of human rights as we know it today emerged after the Second World War. Many of the ideas have remained the same, so we will introduce those to you. Secondly, we will provide to you the ability to understand and analyze what are the practical and theoretical challenges that have emerged through digitalization. In the other words, just to give an example, what should an online company do? Whether it is a global or a medium size, what should the online company do to protect people who want to place content into its platform or people who are using those platforms. Third, we will specifically focus on the legislation and practices of media enterprises. What is Google doing to protect freedom of speech? What is Twitter doing to protect privacy? There are a lot of different ideas, there are a lot of different documents that provide and address those matters. We want to provide to you some clarity on that. And more specifically, what I mentioned earlier, every company in today's world needs to be concerned about the obligation to protect private data of the customers and of the users. We will provide to you an understanding how that task can be achieved. And now, why Tallinn University? Why should you consider studying at Tallinn University in this new master program? First of all, this master program of human rights law in the digital society is unique. Unique in the Baltic countries, unique in our neighboring countries. Secondly, Tallinn University in the last years has emerged very strongly as one of the leaders in analyzing new human rights, conceptualizing how to protect human rights in the digital era. It is manifest through our leading role in several global and European research networks. We are hosting various conferences, publishing journals and books on the topic. And of course, these are the events that will be part of the studies here. What are the career perspectives of anyone who graduates with this new master degree? And of course, the career perspectives, I would say, are rather broad. Much broader than would be perhaps if someone focuses very narrowly on some specific legal field. One can work in the public sector, globally, in European level, but also in governmental institutions, because the government has still the primary responsibility of providing the framework for domestic human rights protection. But secondly, the private sector is looking for specialists who have the ability to advise and specify policies for the private companies regarding their obligations of human rights protection. The trend in today's world is to make certain that all business companies, if they want to do some business abroad, need to demonstrate that they are abiding by the human rights standards. And of course, what we would also like to see, there is the opportunity to continue in the academia. Write a PhD, continue to work in various academic or research institutions, either here in Estonia, in Europe, or in your home country. Who are your professors? Again, here I think we can proudly say that we bring to you the best experts in the field. We are using the professors of Tallinn University, many of whom have specific expertise and publishing record in the field of human rights in the digital era. We are also using practitioners from Estonia and neighboring countries. Practitioners who know exactly, or let's say, who know the kitchen side of business companies, legal companies, when they are faced with practical issues. And third, because we are involved in various networks, we have the ability and plan on inviting guest professors, visiting researchers from our partner universities to come and teach to you specific courses. Now, the program has twofold outline. First of all, it is concentrating on the ability of promoting the ability of students to work independently with difficult legal questions, analyze the issues, find solutions. And secondly, our goal is to provide to you state-of-the-art understanding how specific ideas develop in the world, what are the best solutions which are provided not only in Estonia, but globally. And of course, you are supervised in all of your research by our skilled professors. And during the last semester, you are required to write a master thesis, which will demonstrate your personal ability to conduct independent research. The general requirements for admissions are rather traditional. You are expected to have a bachelor degree in social sciences and certainly proof of English on the B2 level, which means that you can fluently write, understand, read in English. And then if you apply, then there will be an entrance examination which consists of a written assignment and thereafter an interview with the admissions committee via the Skype. So, my friends, I do hope that you find the program interesting. You are welcome to apply through our system. If there are any questions, you are also welcome to write to me directly. And now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you my dear colleague, Associate Professor Matthew Crandall, who will introduce to you International Relations Master Program.
Hello, welcome. My name is Matthew Crandall. I'm from the United States, but been living in Estonia for about 10 years now. And when I came to Estonia, I came to study a master's program. And so the last 10 years have been really an incredible ride. And hopefully you'll have a similar experience when you come to study in Estonia as well. And today I'm going to be introducing, as it was said, International Relations, which is our master's program. And I'd like to introduce a little bit about the program, what do we do, and why it could be a good fit for you. So first of all, like the other master's programs, this is a 2-year program with a tuition rate of 1,480 euros. And one difference with this program versus some of the other programs is most of the studies happen in the evenings. So Monday to Friday, usually starting from 5 o'clock, and that enables some of our students to work in the day, pursue internship opportunities. We do have some seminars in the day, but those are usually 1 or 2 during a semester. Students who have not been used to the evening studies usually get acclimated quite quickly and find a lot of opportunities during the day to really better themselves and find more opportunities. So why should you choose international relations here at Tallinn University? One of the things that most of our students point out is the need and desire to study more about security. When we look at what's going on in the world, we can see in a lot of ways things getting worse. We have changes in the security environment. And one thing that we offer is an opportunity to study contemporary security issues so that you can stay up to date with what's going on in the world. We also offer an opportunity to study the changing world order. This is an incredibly interesting period due to the change that we see going on. And our program really focuses on these contemporary issues, both in terms of security as well as the changing world order. Another aspect I'd like to point out is the faculty. We have international faculty from Finland, the United States, Canada, Germany, Estonia, of course, and other European countries, and that's very, very important. When you're coming to study international relations, you need to have international perspectives, and you need to have different thoughts, different paradigms, different theoretical preferences taught to you, discussed in your classes so that you can have a broad understanding of how the world really works and functions. My personal favorite at Tallinn University is the international staff, a student body that we have in addition to the staff. And as a teacher, as a faculty, that is my favorite, is to go into classes and have students from literally every corner of the earth. We have a lot of engagement, simulations, group work, class discussions, and it's excellent for me to see, for example, a group where you have students from Europe, from Asia, from Africa, from North America or South America, all in the same group discussing how to solve a certain problem or what strategies a certain state should take to better protect themselves from a new security challenge. What do you then do with a degree in international relations? Our students have taken, or former students, our alumni have taken a lot of different career paths. Governmental work is the usually the first priority. We've had former students in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of the Interior, as analysts for the Estonian Bank. We have a large number of different governmental opportunities for students. We also have work in NGOs. If we look at a large number of NGOs that work with promoting international events in society, whether it's development work or whether it's security themes, that's certainly an avenue that students are interested in. Academia, as with many fields, academia is certainly a path. In international relations, there's also not just academia, but there's also think tanks and other research institutions that require a PhD degree. So there's the policy world as well as academia, but the next step for both of those would be a PhD degree. We've had students go on University of Tampere, University of Turku, European Central University, as well as staying on here at Tallinn University for their doctoral studies. And then, of course, the private sector. The private sector is always looking for skilled employees with acute research and analysis skills with a broad worldview. And so certainly our students have found opportunities in the private sector as well in terms of international logistics or other type of companies. Now let's talk a little bit more about the program. So what does this program entail for the 2 years while you're here? First of all, we have opportunities for specialization. So we have an elective module, but in addition, we have a module of specialization. So in addition to just general electives, you have a choice to specialize. You either choose Changing World Order, which discusses different topics such as transatlantic cooperation, India and China and global politics, regionalism and regionalization. And then the other module, which is international security and conflict studies, focuses on, as noted before, contemporary security issues, cybersecurity, energy security, non-traditional security, as well as small state security. We also have a mandatory internship, and this is to make sure that our students are getting out of the classroom and really getting practical experience that will hopefully give them a heads up on their future career. We've had students intern with different NGOs, Mundo, which is a development NGO here in Estonia, NATO Ühing, or the Estonian Atlantic Treaty Organization, which promotes security and other NATO-related themes in society. Other students have interned with their local embassies located here in the capital city of Tallinn. In addition to the internship, we have an interdisciplinary project. And what that is students will come together with students throughout the entire university to try to solve a project. And that's really been a great opportunity for the students of IR to engage with students of other fields, whether it's anthropology or law or something else. And the different themes varies, depends on the project. We've had projects based on international law. We've had projects based on hybrid warfare and another range of different projects. And of course, the MA thesis is something that is very important. We start already in year one in terms of assigning a supervisor and getting you started, going through research seminars, and most of that will be completed in the second year. And that is a great opportunity for you to not just review and summarize, but to produce research. So as a master's student, as a graduate student, we're expecting you to produce valuable research that can be a contribution, that can be part of this general academic discussion that we have about international relations. And what you'll find after that is an ability to do research in the social sciences that will help you in your future career. As mentioned, we have an international faculty. Mika Altula is a professor of international relations and European studies from Finland. As I noted, I'm from the United States, have been here in Estonia for quite a while. And we also have faculty members from Canada, Germany, as well, of course, Estonia. The program requirements are similar to other master's programs, we recommend or have a requirement of a bachelor's degree in the social sciences. We recommend something in related to international relations, such as international relations or political science. If you don't have a background in social sciences and you still want to enroll and you think you can be successful in the program, just send me an email and we can discuss it. We have had exceptions, students who did not have an academic background, but who had practical experience, work in terms of development, working for different NGOs. So there are exceptions, but just get in contact with me and we can discuss those. And then just check the website for any more information, and feel free to contact me with other questions as well. So thank you, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in the fall. And right now I'm going to turn it over back to Doris.
So, you heard about the study program, but if you want to come and study here in Estonia, accommodation is really important, of course, as well. Tallinn University has its own dormitory. It's just around the corner of our main campus, and there are double rooms for the price of 150 euros. Here you can see a photo of the Tallinn University dormitory. There are two other dorms, G4S dormitory. There are double and single rooms for the price of 217 and 434 euros. And Deco dormitory, where there are double and single rooms as well for the price of 150 and 300 euros. Of course, what other students do, they rent an apartment as well by themselves, with their course mates, with their friends. And like in every city, the prices vary a lot. It depends on the location, on the apartment, and so on. Our students say that they can handle approximately with 300 up to 500 euros per month. That does not include the accommodation, of course. Here are just few examples of the prices we have here. Student meals, 3 up to 7 euros. The public transportation, it is free of charge for the residents of Tallinn. Theatre tickets, 12 to 18. Concert tickets, 8 to 30, and so on. Just few examples for you. A lot of our applicants ask if they can work during the studies. The answer is yes, you can work, but you need to keep in mind that working cannot interfere your studies. You still need to complete the required credit points. If you want to know more about working in Estonia, you can go to workinestonia.com. But what next? Where to start now? First of all, of course, go to our webpage at tlu.ee/admissions, where you can see all the necessary information about the application procedure, English proficiency, read more about the study programs, and so on. In case you have any questions regarding the admission process, feel free to turn to our admission specialists at admissions@tlu.ee. They are more than happy to help. Another thing what I suggest you to do, if you want to know more about the student life here in Estonia, in Tallinn, at Tallinn University, you can always turn to our student ambassadors. Student ambassadors represent different countries, different programs. You can go to tlu.ee/ambassadors, and there you can find their contacts. You can write to them, ask any questions, and as well, they are more than happy to help and answer. Last but not least, I suggest you to follow us in social media to keep up with our latest doings. In Facebook, you can find us when you type in Tallinn University. And there is a group called Admissions 2018-2019. You can join the group and get information about this year's admission process there as well. But thank you from my side, and hopefully we will meet you in Tallinn.